poisonous vapor came on quickly. Before we had time to really contemplate what was happening, the whole thing fell to pieces. The culmination of 3 generations of peace and balance, wiped out in a matter of days.
You're back early.
Yes.
You didn't catch anything?
No.
What happened?
I reached the southern border. I think the area to the south is getting sparse. I will have to start heading east for a while.
Did you see anything?
No. Here. I gathered those on the way back. Do not worry. I will go to the river early tomorrow morning and catch the... What is this?
What?
This.
It is going to be a mat. I need something to sit on when I'm reading. The logs get a bit painful after a while.
Huh. A good idea.
I remember your grandfather had one when he used to work on his carvings.
I wish I still had that small one he gave me.
I did not realize he had given you a mat.
A carving.
Which one?
The one that made noise when blown into, you remember?
Oh, that awful thing?
My grandfather was very fond of that carving. He said it reminded him of the town.
I thought he hated that town. Isn't that why he came here in the first place?
Yes, but still, he gave it to me.
So carve another one.
Well,
Here.
Now, who needs fresh meat when my wife can just feed me berries all evening? Hey!
Please don't hurt me. I don't want any trouble. I was just curious. Can you even understand what I'm saying?
What do you want? Why are you here?
I was just curious. I didn't know anyone lived on this island.
I live on this island.
I come from the mainland, across the river. I was walking down by the water and I saw you fishing. I thought maybe you were from the town, but then I saw you go further inland and well, I'm sorry. My name is Dougal. Dougal Calder. Do you have a name?
I am Beagon.
Beagon. I didn't know anybody actually lived on this island. I mean, there have always been rumors, but I've never heard of any people actually living here. Is it just you here?
No.
You mean there are others?
My wife.
Your wife? You mean the two of you live here by yourselves?
Ourselves? No, not by ourselves.
More people?
Others. Deer, squirrel, and boar mostly.
Oh. I'd heard that there were, creatures in these woods. Well, I mean, there have always been rumors floating around, and everyone's scared to come down here. When I was younger, I heard about a group of hunters who returned to town from these woods. saying they were haunted. They said they saw some, ghosts, floating around these woods. You haven't seen anything like that out here, have you?
No. But these woods are known to play havoc with the mind from time to time.
Yes,
You
but
may come back to our home if you like. You could dry your clothes by the fire. We are having fish to eat.
Yes. Yes, that would be nice. I'd like to see more of this place.
Follow me.
Oh, you're very hospitable.
Mel!
Oh, Beagon, that's not funny. You always... Oh. Hello.
Miss?
Mel, this is Dougal
Calder.
Calder. This is my wife, Melisande.
Pleased to meet you.
It is a surprise to meet you. What I mean is, we do not get visitors. Ever. I'm sorry. It is good to meet you, too.
Dougal is from the mainland.
I did not think you had pulled him out of the ocean.
Actually, you're not too far off, miss.
Not Miss. Mel.
Mel. I came across the river. I saw your husband fishing and sort of followed him.
He nearly got himself killed.
How long have you two lived on this island?
All of our lives.
Really? So, what? Your parents lived here too?
My grandfather moved here many, many seasons ago. He did not like the way his life was on the mainland, so he moved here to start over.
What didn't he like about his way of life? If you don't mind my asking.
Well, he told me that he was always under pressures in his, career? His work. He always complained about the uselessness of the way his neighbors used to live. I think he found life on this island easier in a way.
Easier?
Yes.
But you have to hunt and worry about food.
You do not have to worry about food?
Well, okay, but...
What is it?
Well, I was going to say something about shelter, but you obviously have that taken care of.
When I was young and got the urge to go onto the mainland, my grandfather would always tell me, "Little Beagon, I have lived on the mainland for nearly half my life, and you do not want to get caught up in that kind of living." He said, "Why?" "Oh, I'm sorry. Please, sit down."
Why live in a place where you need to work and work and work just to fill your belly? Everything we need is right here for the taking.
That is right.
Well, I suppose so, but still, you don't have any of the conveniences that civilized people do.
Such as...
Well, there's, I guess you wouldn't really need any of those things out here.
We live quite comfortably out here on our own.
So, tell me more about this place. What do you two do for fun? What?
Here.
Oh, thank you for the food.
You are welcome.
You are welcome.
Well, I must say, I think you're turning me into quite the woodsman.
I've never lived in a town such as yours or my grandfather's. But I cannot imagine a better life than the one we have right here.
I'm sure there are many people from the town who'd say the exact same thing about the place they live.
Yes, I suppose so.
Still, I think I'd like to try living here. Would it be alright if I moved onto the island, just to try it? Just for a little while?
A little while?
Well, I'm not 100% certain this is the way I'd like to live, but I'd be willing to give it a try.
We will need to discuss it.
Mel is right. We will need to talk about this.
Sure, I understand.
Well, what do you think?
I do not know. I'm thinking of our food supply. I cannot hunt to the south anymore.
I know. If there's no way to split up the island, maybe you could set up some hunting boilers or something. I have no
Well,
idea.
possibly. Since I can't go south, I was going to head east. And the only other areas is...
Stay in the west, right? Give them a safety island.
Yes, I suppose that would be alright.
Okay then?
Yeah, it's okay. I need to make sure he stays clear of the south, though.
Let's tell him.
Dougal, we've enjoyed your company very much today. We think you would make an excellent neighbor.
Really?
But there are a few things I need to explain to you before you move here.
Oh, well, I was going to say, I need to talk to my wife first.
Regardless, there are a few things I need to explain to you. The land south of here is nearly depleted of game. I am planning on heading east for a while to get our food. You will need to live on the western portion of the island.
Okay.
You are also to hunt only within your borders of the island. We cannot afford to have you hunt anywhere else.
Okay, sounds good.
Also, you must never cross the southern border. You may come and go as you please anywhere else on the island, but you must not cross that border.
Why? What's across the border?
It is for your own safety.
Okay, but what is it?
Barillos. Very dangerous. You should be safe so long as you stick to our side of the southern border.
Well, okay. Anything else?
I think if you just abide by the borders, you and your wife will be fine.
My wife? Boy, I don't know how I'm going to explain any of this to her.
Well, if she agrees to come, we would be happy to meet her.
I think I can talk her into it. I mean, she's not really the outdoors type, but... Anyway, I'll talk to her. Wow. I can't believe I'm actually going to go through with this.
You had better get going soon. It will be getting dark. And the middle of these woods is no place to be when it is dark out.
You're right. I should get going.
Will you be coming tomorrow?
That's a bit soon. I'll need to talk to my wife first, pack some things, tie up a few loose ends. What about the day after tomorrow?
I will meet you on the southern shore of the river, where I was fishing earlier today. At sunrise?
That should work, if all else goes well.
Very well, then.
You don't know how excited I am by this. Thank you, Beagon. It's a handshake. Take my hand. Where I come from, a handshake is sort of like an agreement. You know, when two people go into business or something? The mark of a successful venture.
I see.
Oh, this is gonna be great. I just know it.
All those in favor of passing the bill, say aye. Aye. Opposed? Very well. Bill 0733 has been passed by way of unanimous decision. The tariff will be implemented as soon as Chairman Iman makes out the paperwork. When do you suspect that will be completed?
I'll have a draft for you by tomorrow afternoon, Prime Minister.
Very good. Are there any other thoughts on this matter? Okay then. Our next order of business is a matter that our Minister of Synchronics, Chairman Rafferty, has brought to my attention. He is not here today because he is looking into the matter further with his team. He tells me that the town clock is showing signs of running out of steam.
What?
So to speak.
What?
Hear that?
Running out of steam?
Relax, gentlemen, relax. At this point, there is no need to be alarmed. From what Chairman Rafferty tells me, the readings on the liquid solution supply, which is required for the clock to run properly, are a bit low. Now, he didn't seem overly concerned about it, and his team is double-checking their figures. I have told him to report back to me when they know for sure.
This liquid solution, is there more of it somewhere?
Chairman Rafferty tells me we do have a reserve supply, but it is quite low.
I don't want to infer that you're not aware of the possible outcome of the clock running down, Prime Minister, but you seem awfully calm on this matter.
Chairman Theopolis, I didn't get to be this town's Prime Minister by losing my head every time a problem arises. According to what Chairman Rafferty tells me, we have time to fix this solution shortage issue.
Well, how does the liquid solution work? What is it?
I will defer your questions to our Minister of Science and Medicine, Chairman Monroe, who I met with earlier to discuss this matter. Chairman?
Thank you, Prime Minister Shae. The liquid solution we currently use is comprised of 3 elements, or ingredients. 2 of those ingredients are easily available to us. The third, however, is an oily substance we are having difficulty finding.
Where were we getting this substance previously?
Our primary source of the oil was found underground in the mines to the east.
Can we start another mine?
Unfortunately, we haven't been able to locate a viable piece of land. All the samples keep coming back negative. We simply cannot find this substance in any other underground source. We have collected some samples from our current mines and are trying to get some answers. It will be some time yet before we have anything conclusive. Even then, we may still be in trouble.
Can this third oil ingredient be found anywhere else? Is mining the only source?
Way ahead of you, Chairman Lachlan. The answer is yes and no. The oil can be found in certain nuts and through a sap sifting process. However, the nuts containing this oil are extinct. The required tree sap is readily available, but the sifting process is too slow to keep up with the clock's usage of it.
Can we not set something up for this sifting process? Perhaps a large-scale facility to increase the speed and volume of production?
Perhaps, but I would think such a facility would take an inordinate amount of money and time to build.
Isn't the welfare of our town worth the effort?
I suppose that would be up to this committee.
I think it is worth looking into. Chairman Iman, I'd like you and Chairman Monroe to get together and put some figures together for us. I'd like them for our next meeting.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Is there any other way for us to keep track of the time?
At this point, no. We've researched alternatives in the past, but nothing ever panned out. There is, of course, the national timekeeper, the sun.
Chairman Monroe, you and I both know how inaccurate that method is. We need a most precise means of keeping track of the time. I don't need to tell you that our workforce, our factories, our town's lifestyle depends on it. I will not be known as the Prime Minister who allowed this town to fall into chaos. We still have time on this matter. I know Chairman Rafferty, Monroe, and Iman will be working on some figures and answers for us in the meantime.
Yes,
Yes, sir.
And I'm sure that you other gentlemen will be thinking about this potential problem outside of this meeting.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, no problem.
Very well. We will touch on this matter the next time we convene. I now turn the meeting over to Chairman Lachlan. He will discuss some new anti-substance legislature that has been proposed. Chairman?
Thank you, Prime Minister Shae. I've recently been approached by a citizen who wishes to keep his name anonymous. He suggested a bill that I think has some merit given the crime we recently experienced.
You are quiet.
I am working.
Very quiet.
I've been thinking. A lot.
About our new neighbors?
Yes.
Well,
I'm wondering if I did the right thing by letting Dougal and his wife move here.
I think it will be good.
Really?
Yes. I think it would be nice to have some neighbors to visit with and talk to. You said yourself that hunting would not be a problem, if that is what is worrying you.
It is. And you are right. It will be nice to have other people around. Dougal seems like a good man. Bit eager maybe, but good.
Everything will be fine, dear.
Although, Dougal did cross the river to get here.
So?
Well, how do we know he will not cross the southern border? I mean, if he were willing to come across the river, it would be that much easier for him to cross the southern border.
Well, maybe you should tell him what is really there.
No, I do not think that is a good idea. I think he would be far less curious if he thought there was a dangerous pack of barillos to the south.
Beagon, do not worry. Everything is going to be fine.
Yes.
Could I come with you to meet the Calders when they arrive?
You want to come to the river? I cannot remember the last time you wanted to travel to the river. Oh, yes, you may come.
This is going to be fun.
Done.
I do not think that they are coming. We have been here quite a while.
Maybe Dougal has changed his mind.
He may have forgotten where to meet you.
Look!
Beagon, Melisande, I'd like you to meet my wife, Lorna.
How do you do?
Hello, it's nice to meet you both.
And, these two fine people are my, brother, Medwin,
Hi.
and, my sister-in-law, Idana.
Hello.
Hello to you too.
I know you're only expecting to see me and my wife, but I
You
couldn't
said
pass...
you were coming here with your wife.
Well, yes, but then I was talking to my brother Medwin about my visit here, told him about our plans to move onto the island, and, well,
At least you told him.
Anyway,
I was absolutely enchanted by the idea. When my brother told me about you and your wife and how you live here, I was astonished. Then he told me his plans of moving here, if only for a trial, and I knew I had to try it. I went home and told my wife about it, and, well, here we are.
Yes, we couldn't wait to get here. This is such a nice, out-of-the-way place. Couldn't you let us stay?
We will need to discuss this.
Beagon, I know what you are going to say. The hunting ground.
Of course.
But they seem like a nice couple.
Yes, but the hunting ground. Look, we've been over this issue before. Two people moving here complicates things enough. With two more
You could
people...
not give Medwin and Idana a portion of the hunting ground?
I do not know. I do not know.
They are nice people.
I could let Medwin and his wife stay southeast of us. They could hunt in that area, but our hunting ground would be significantly smaller. It may get difficult during certain seasons.
We will be fine.
Okay. You are welcome to stay. But there are a few things I need to discuss with you, all of you.
Thank you, Beagon.
Thank you.
Like I said, I need to talk to you about your living arrangements. We will go to Dougal and Lorna's camp first. I will discuss everything as we travel.
How far is this camp?
Not too far.
Great. Let's get our stuff and get going.
I'm going back home now. I have much to do.
Are you sure you can find your way back?
I've lived in these woods as long as you have. I know my way.
Here, can you take those back for me?
Okay. Goodbye, everyone.
Come.
Dougal!
Looks like this place could use some work.
There are a few campsites like this scattered around the island. Mel and I used to migrate to different areas depending upon the season. This site used to belong to Mel's parents long ago. I'm surprised that it is still standing. We have not been here for many years.
Well, this will work for a start.
We never use this camp anymore, or any of the others for that matter.
How many others are there?
Only a handful.
Will our site be like this one?
Yes.
What? What is it? What's wrong?
In there!
Oh.
What?
I'm sorry, but you have a dead squirrel in your hutch.
Oh.
I am not living in there.
Don't worry, I'll build us something else.
You'd better.
You may do what you like with your camp. It is now your home. Come, we must get you to your site. Oh, I almost forgot. Your map. You will need to mark your hunting borders so others do not stray into them.
How?
Mark the trees at frequent intervals along your border. Goodbye, Dougal. Goodbye, Lorna.
Goodbye.
Bye, Dougal. I'll come see you as soon as we get set up. Let you know where we're at.
Okay. Bye.
Bye. I don't care what Medwin says. I happen to like the town.
What? Then what did you come out here for? I asked you if
You asked me if I'd try living out here, and I said I would.
But I thought you agreed with me, and that's why you came.
No, I like it back home. But that doesn't mean I don't want to be out here.
I have heard very little about your town. I only know what my grandfather told me. It sounds horrible.
It is.
Is not.
Is it far?
Nevina? Not too far. From the river, I'd say it's about a half a day's walk.
Well, my friends, I must get going. It will be getting dark in a few hours.
We better hurry up and get some firewood together, Adana.
Okay, but let's put this stuff where we need it first.
Medwin, I will make you a map tonight and put your hunting borders on it as I did with Dougal's. I will bring it to you tomorrow morning.
Oh, hey, thanks, Beagon.
Do not stray too far from your site until I give you your map. See you tomorrow, my friends.
Bye, Beagon.
Bye, Beagon. Thanks.
You look tired.
I am. It's been a long day.
Are you still concerned about our new neighbors?
I think it will be alright so long as no one else moves here.
What will you do if more people want to come?
I will just have to refuse them. I will not allow it.
I see.
I cannot. I'm only thinking of our well-being.
I know. You are right.
Done.
Me too.
What does it say?
Read it.
Ah, come on, Mel.
Read it.
We'll come. Welcome. Welcome?
It is a welcome mat. With the Calders coming, I thought it would be nice to put in front of our hutch. I remember my mother making one for her and my father when I was very little. I thought it would be nice to have this when the Calders came to visit.
Huh. I like it.
Good.
What is it?
Oh, Beagon. Donna's missing.
What happened?
She went out this morning to gather some food. She's been gone for a very long time. I'm afraid something might have happened to her. Donna!
Which way did she go? South?
I guess. Is that south?
I told you to not to stray too far from the camp.
Yeah, but that... What are you doing?
We need to go after her. I hope it is not too late. Grab a weapon.
What? What's out there?
No time. Grab something and let us be on our way. Hurry!
Hang on.
Here.
Why didn't you warn us there was something dangerous to the south?
Because I thought you would listen to me. Come.
What the?
This is the southern border. From here on, we must be silent.
What's across the border?
Quiet! Come.
Donna! Thank goodness she's just unconscious.
Pick her up and let us leave immediately.
Donna.
Oh.
Donna, it's Medwin, dear. Wake up.
Where am I?
You're back at the camp. Are you feeling okay?
What happened?
We found you lying in the middle of the woods. Are you okay?
I'm fine, I guess.
What happened to you?
I'm not sure. I was picking some blueberries and a bright light and a woman.
A woman?
I think so. Just a bright, glowing face of a woman. Then I must have passed out.
Well, what did this woman want?
I don't know. I don't know what happened.
Did she say anything?
I don't know. I told you I fainted.
Okay.
I wonder.
What?
Do you remember the stories we used to hear about this island? The ghosts?
You think... Oh, come on, Adana, that's kid stuff.
Yes, but I saw something.
A second ago, you weren't sure what happened.
I know I saw a glowing woman.
What you saw was no ghost. You can be sure that your wife saw something, I have no doubt of it. You are very lucky to be alive. So are we.
All right, what's out there?
I have never seen it with my own eyes, only as a faint, glowing light in the distance. She is a witch.
A witch?
Oh, do not worry. You should be safe here. She will not travel beyond the southern border.
What's she doing in the middle of the woods?
When I was a young boy, my grandfather told me about her. He had kept his meeting with the witch a secret from the rest of my family.
Your grandfather met her?
Before my grandfather died, he wanted someone else to know about this glowing woman he had seen in the woods. He was deer hunting. I remember he told me he saw a bright, glowing light in the distance. The light rapidly moved towards him. When it got closer, he could make out the source of the light, a beautiful woman with flowing hair. The light seemed to radiate from all around her. He thought perhaps it was a trick of the mind. The woman spoke to him, I think, but he did not tell me what she said. The only thing I remember him saying was that she was very dangerous.
How did he know that? Did she do something to him?
I do not know.
Well, okay. So you've never met this witch, and your granddad didn't tell you anything else. What makes you so scared of her? I mean, you seem like a pretty brave guy.
My grandfather was the bravest person I knew. I was told that throughout his life, he performed many heroic and what I would consider crazy feats. But when he told me the story of the witch, I could see in his eyes a great fear that I had never seen in him before. He would not tell me why, but something about her scared him greatly. That was enough for me.
I didn't feel any fear at all. From what I saw, she seemed quite peaceful.
And then you passed out. After he told me about his encounter with the witch, my grandfather drew a symbol on a piece of parchment. He did not know what the symbol meant. He told me it was something that came to him in a vision as a result of his meeting the witch. I have since lost the drawing he made me, but I remember it very clearly.
Gentlemen will notice that Chairman Rafferty's seat is yet again empty. This time, however, it is not because he is working diligently on our clock problem. It appears that our good Minister of Synchronics was not as straightforward with me as he should have been in regards to the clock tower dilemma. Since our last meeting, he reluctantly informed me that the solution supply for the tower is dangerously low. He estimated that the current supply will probably only last through the end of this month.
What? Whoa! Are you serious, Prime Minister?
Up until this point, Chairman Theophilus, I have never been more serious. So you will not be seeing Mr. Rafferty in these chambers any longer. I have appointed myself Minister of Synchronics until this crisis is over, and we will solve this problem, gentlemen. We have no choice. And now, since Mr. Rafferty led us to believe that the problem was not imminent, time is quite literally running out. Chairman Monroe, do you have anything for us?
Well, we don't have any definitive answers yet, but I assure you we are working on the problem.
I'm sure I don't need to tell you at this point that all of your labs need to be working on this. You need to give us something, and soon. I'd hate to have 2 empty chairs in this room, Chairman Monroe.
One of my teams has been looking into a possible method for making our current supply last a little longer. It would, of course, be a short fix to the problem.
I don't need short fixes. I need all of your efforts allocated to solving the problem.
I beg your pardon, Prime Minister Shae, but what exactly is the short-term fix you have in mind?
Well, we have an idea that redirecting the sunlight to hit the tower's heat bulb with more intensity may slow the solution's degeneration. However, we may have to make slight adjustments to the new time. We estimate that the time indicated by the clock would be a bit off due to the increased heat. Of course, this is all just a theory, but...
A theory? Chairman Monroe, I do not like these words you are using. May and estimate and theory are not words I would use in regard to a problem of this magnitude. Forget your short-term fix and get me a solution. You all know what's at stake here. If that clock runs down, this town will be lost. Chaos and confusion will shortly follow, and the town which we have controlled for years and built up from... I expect all of you to be thinking on this issue. Make it your top priority. Your top priority.
Hello? Anybody here? Dougal! 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 What's going on? Where are you? Hello? Come out wherever you are! It's me! Dougal! Dougal! Hey, Dougal, where are you? Hey! Oh, hey. Do you know where Dougal is? You must be Beacon?
Beagon.
I thought so. Yeah, Dougal told us about you. You definitely fit his description. Oh, sorry. I'm Calder, Dougal's brother. This here's Crevin. Well, do you think maybe you could take us to Dougal? I'm afraid we really don't know our way around these woods.
What are you doing here?
Dougal called us. Told us we should come check out his new place. Maybe do a little bit of...
Called you? I do not understand.
You know, he called us. Wow, this island really is primitive, isn't it? Yeah, he called me yesterday on this.
What is it?
It's a phone. You can talk to people on it. People far away.
How does it work?
Here, you can call Dougal. Push in that button on the side. Hold it in for a sec. Now let it go. Say Dougal's name into the speaker.
Dougal.
Now flip that little switch on the front.
Hello? Hello? Hello?
Dougal, it's Miak.
Hey, what's happening? Where are you guys? Are you still coming?
Yeah, we're coming. We're in the woods now, but I think we may be a little lost. Actually, right now, we're standing in the middle of your friend Beacon's camp.
Oh, okay. Ask
hang on a sec. Yeah, he can lead us there.
Great. Lorden's got some breakfast going, so if you guys want to eat something before we head out, we can do that.
Well, I've already eaten, but it looks like Krevin could go for something.
Okay, I'll tell her. Yeah, I figure we can eat, go out for the day, and whatever we catch, we can cook up for dinner tonight.
Sounds good. So, what exactly are we going to be hunting?
Well, I know there are deer in these woods. I've seen a few smaller animals. I'm not sure what else, but we'll catch them.
Wait. You cannot hunt here.
Hang on, Dougal.
What? You cannot hunt here.
Dougal invited us. What do you mean we can't hunt here?
I will not allow it. I absolutely forbid it.
Well,
What's going on?
He says we can't hunt here.
Who does?
Beacon.
Let me talk to him.
Yes?
Is there a problem, Beagon? Miak says you don't want them to come hunting with me?
Dougal, I do not think it is a good idea. The island supply is stretched.
Sorry, it does that sometimes. So you're not going to let us hunt with my brother?
I am sorry. I cannot allow it.
So what? You own this island or something?
I do not own it. I do not own anything.
How are you going to say we can't hunt here?
I do not think you understand.
I don't think you understand. My brother invited us here, and we're going to go see him.
Dougal should not have invited you to hunt. I do not mind if you want to visit, but I cannot
look, we came all the way down here to see my brother, relax, and do a little hunting. We're not leaving.
Yes, you are. You are leaving right now.
We are not leaving.
Do not make me force you to leave.
We'll find Dougal's place without you. Stay out of my way. What do we have here? Whoa!
You will leave now!
Now, wait a second.
I've never hurt another human being in my life. But if you do not leave our home in this island, you will force me to do so.
You're crazy! Fine! Let's go, Krev. We'll see about this!
Are you okay?
Are you?
I'm fine.
With all that has happened since yesterday, I am beginning to think that letting the Calder family move on the island was a bad idea.
Idana. What are you doing? Get away from there.
What are you doing out here?
I followed you. Look, will you get away from there?
I want to meet her.
Are you nuts? Didn't you hear word Beagon said?
Yes, but...
But what?
Well, I've been thinking. What Beagon said doesn't make any sense. I saw her, Medwin. She was right in front of me. She didn't seem dangerous at all. If she were dangerous, don't you think she would have done something?
What do you mean?
I don't know, hurt me or something?
I found you passed out.
I just fainted. She took me by surprise. I'm not used to seeing floating, glowing women in the middle of the woods. Listen, Medwin, you weren't there. You weren't in her presence. I felt at peace when she was near me. At least until I passed out. I can't explain it, but I need to see her again. Talk to her.
Talk to her about what?
I'm going south.
Honey, I don't think that's a good idea.
Well, I'm going, so you might as well deal with it.
I'm going with you. Did you hear that?
Don't worry, he'll be here. I'm telling you, don't worry, he'll be here. He may be a government official, but he's still a friend of mine. I told you we went to school together, didn't I? If anybody would know what to do about that guy, he would. He's got his hands in all kinds of stuff. You know, politicians. There. You see? I told you he'd come. Sit up straight, will ya? He may be a friend of mine, but he's still a government official. Hiya, Sherm. Scoot over, Krev.
Hi, Miak. Hello.
Chairmen, this is my cousin, Grevin.
Hi. Look, I can't stay long. What is it you wanted to meet about?
You know that island to the south, the one people are always saying is haunted?
Yes. What about it?
Krev and I went down there to do some hunting, see? Before we could even get our gear unloaded, we had some nut job telling us we can't hunt there. He threatened us.
Wait. You actually went on to the island? And there was someone there? I thought that island was uninhabited.
Not anymore. Dougal and Medwin moved down there a few days ago.
They moved there? Isn't that island dangerous?
Not as far as we could tell. Like I said, we weren't there very long. Some yahoo kicked us off the island before we could get any hunting done.
What? Yahoo?
Some guy and his wife. Thinks he owns the place.
Is he a native there?
As far as I can tell. You should see this guy and his setup. Primitive as they get.
So, what exactly can I do for you?
Well, you're pretty high up on the law chain, right? Isn't there something you could do?
Like what?
Well, it's still hunting season. We've got a right to hunt there, haven't we?
I suppose that would depend. If this man owns the island, he can do whatever he likes.
That's the thing. I'm not so sure it is. Not legally, anyway.
I could talk to the Minister of Borders and Properties about it and see what he could find out. I'm afraid it really isn't my department.
Could you do that?
Sure, I'll bring it up the next time I see him. Did you happen to catch the savage's name?
Beacon? I think it's Beacon.
Does he have a last name?
I don't know.
Well, without a last name, it might be rather difficult.
What?
Those. Where did you get those?
What, these? I picked them up earlier today.
What sort of nuts are those?
Not sure. I got them off the island when we were leaving. Figured I might as well get some sort of souvenir out of the trip. I always make these necklaces for my travels. Sort of a hobby.
Would I borrow some of those?
I guess. What for?
They're very interesting. I've never seen anything like them before.
So long as I can get them back. Want to make sure I have enough to finish this thing.
Absolutely. Well, I must get going. It was good seeing you again, Miak. Grevin?
So you'll talk to your guy then, right?
Just as soon as I see him.
And I want my nuts back!
Medwin. Medwin, wake up.
Are you okay?
Yes, I think I just fainted again.
Yeah, me too.
So? Did you see her?
I did. She was just like you said.
What's wrong?
I've never fainted before. So now what?
Let's keep going.
Idana.
Come on. You saw her. Didn't you feel anything?
Kind of, I suppose.
Did she seem threatening to you?
I guess not.
Well, let's keep going then.
You're not scared at all?
Not really. Medwin, aren't you the least bit curious?
I'll admit, I'm curious. But what happens
Okay,
if...
then.
Fine. But just a little farther. I don't want to get lost or anything.
I was thinking we could have the Calders over soon. I would like to visit with them. We could have a get-together or a feast or something. What do you think?
Okay.
I have been looking forward to talking with them ever since they moved here. I always wanted to know what a town looks like. Maybe they would take us there sometime.
Okay.
I know your grandfather always... Beagon, are you even listening to me?
What? Oh, I'm sorry. What were you saying?
Your mind is on those hunters again, isn't it?
Yes.
You have been preoccupied with them all day. I still think you are being silly.
I like the life we have here. I do not want it to change.
Change? We are living the same as we always have.
Well, what if more people want to come here? What am I supposed to do?
You tell them that you cannot allow it.
Did you not see what happened earlier today? I cannot possibly keep everyone away from this place. Sooner or later, more people are going to want to come here, and when they do, well, who knows what else we will have to sacrifice.
I think that you are overreacting. I do not believe that the people of that town would find our kind of life appealing. My parents used to tell me that most of the people there are too enchanted with their own accords to bother with us.
Perhaps you are right. But still,
What is it?
I...
What, dear?
Well, there are not many things in this world I am afraid of. But this morning, I felt a fear that I've never experienced before. It has never...
You can tell me.
I was afraid for your safety. Those two men were in the camp and... Well, it was the first time in my whole life that I ever thought you might be in danger.
Oh, Beagon.
I do not know what I would do if anything were to happen to you.
I have an idea. If you are still worried about all of this in the morning, you should go to Dougal and Lorna's home and talk to them. Perhaps Dougal can see your side of things. Why you turned his brother away.
That is a good idea. I will talk to him tomorrow.
This had better be important, Chairman Monroe. Do you realize what time it is? Chairman Gallagher, what are you doing here?
Prime Minister, please forgive this assembly call. I know it's late and highly irregular, but Chairman Gallagher and myself thought it could not wait.
So what is it? What's the emergency?
Gentlemen, I believe this is the answer to our clock tower problem.
Well?
Do you remember me discussing the possible sources of the third ingredient? The one for the clock solution?
Vaguely.
I mentioned the oily substance and how we were getting it from the eastern mines, but The oil...
But this oil could not be found anywhere else underground. Yes, I remember. You also said we could try some sort of sifting process, which was no good because of the time and resources required. You mentioned a nut that was extinct.
that was thought to be extinct.
Where did you find this? This is the extinct nut, yes?
It is, Prime Minister.
Hey, the extinct nut.
The nut was given to me by a friend. He gave me several of them, actually. He was traveling on the island to the south when he came across them.
The island? But isn't that place...
I know what you're thinking, gentlemen, but I was told that the island is perfectly safe. There are several people living there, as a matter of fact. Anyway, I performed a few tests on the oily substance that this nut produces, and it is exactly what we have been looking for.
My. And you say you have several of these?
Yes, sir. They will all produce the same third ingredient. However, the amount is quite minimal. We would need a great quantity of them to give us the immediate supply we need. We could grow more of them here, but it would take some time.
Are there more of these nuts on the island?
I talked to the traveler who picked these, and he seemed to think they are readily available.
Well then, Chairman Theopolis, get some of your people over there to gather as many of these things as they can.
You wouldn't have any problem me taking a few of the machines from the fields and assign them to the island, would you?
Of course not. Anything you need.
Beg pardon, Prime Minister, but there is a small problem.
Problem?
Well, sir, I think Chairman Gallagher could explain it better than I.
And what does our beloved Minister of Borders and Properties have to do with all this?
I believe Chairman Monroe mentioned the people living on the island.
And?
Well, one of them, sir, happens to be a native of the island. From what Monroe tells me.
Chairman Monroe.
From what Chairman Monroe tells me, the man there is living like a savage. But this is only hearsay.
And?
Well, I'm told that he calls himself Beacon.
So his name's Beacon. So what?
The fact that he has a name, especially a Nevinian name, means that he could have come from this town. If not this one, then certainly another civilized one. It means he could have purchased the land, or he might own it by other legal means.
Well, you're the Minister of Borders and Properties, don't you know?
Well, sir, I've already gone through most of my records, and I haven't found anything yet. It's possible he did not purchase it recently, and the farther back these things go, the harder they are to trace.
So what are you telling me?
I'm telling you that I can do it, but it's going to take some time.
Time? Time? That's all we're ever dealing with. Time. I'd like one day, just one, where time isn't a factor. This town, these people, have no idea what it takes. Chairman Gallagher, how much time?
Well...
Never mind. Go ahead and continue your search. We can still move forward in the meantime.
But, sir, you...
Don't worry, Chairman Gallagher. We will not set foot on the island until you find what you are looking for. Chairman Lachlan, will you kindly get the door?
What are you going to do in the meantime?
I'm glad you asked, Chairman Versailles. It will require a great deal of effort on your part.
You've got a lot of nerve.
Huh? Lorna, please.
What's the matter with you?
What?
Why did you kick Dougal's brother off the island?
I tried to explain to Miak and Krevin
We
that they
invited
couldn't
them here. They came all the way down here. It took them all morning. I made them breakfast and everything. everything.
Lorna.
Mia called us yesterday and told us that you kicked them off the island. We waited for them all day.
Lorna, calm down.
I will not calm down.
I am sorry I had to send your friends away.
Friends? They're family.
Lorna, please. Let me talk to him. So what's the story, Beagon?
I sent them away because we simply cannot have more people on the island.
They weren't planning on staying here, for crying out loud.
Lorna!
Perhaps not, but I should remind you both about the food supply. I've already divided up the island as far as it will stretch. I'm trying to keep some balance here.
We were only going to hunt for a couple of hours. That's all.
I do not think you understand the scarcity of the food on this island. When I signed our hunting borders, I tried to arrange it so we would all have enough food for all seasons. The more people that come to this island, the more likely it is that we will run out of food faster.
For your information, running out of food is not a problem. Not for us.
We've decided to start a garden.
What?
A garden? I've been working on it for the past couple of days.
What is a garden?
Are you serious? You've never heard of a garden?
No, what is it?
Well, a garden is a patch of land you use to grow food. You know, like plants and stuff. We've been planting some, beans, some tomatoes, and even some turnips. Anyway, pretty soon we won't have to worry about a food shortage. We'll be able to pick all the food we need 20 feet from the house.
Garden.
Maybe Lorna and I can stop by your camp and show you and Mel how to start one. I'm telling you, there's a great benefit to having food available. Imagine the time you'll save.
I will need to talk to Melisande about it first.
Listen, Beagon, there's something else I've been thinking about. A lot of people back in Nevina would find this island very charming. Now, I'm not saying a bunch of people should live here, but I'm willing to bet people would pay a lot of money to, say, rent a house for the weekend. Sort of like a vacation home or a timeshare.
More people?
Whoa, okay. We can talk about that some other time. Listen, why don't we get together soon? You and I can go over some ideas I have in more detail, and Lorna can show Mel how to garden. We'll even give you some seeds to get started. Come on, let me make up for asking Miak and Krevin here when they weren't invited.
Okay.
Great. Tomorrow night, at your place?
Tomorrow night.
Medwin. Medwin.
We passed out again, didn't we?
It looks that way.
How long have we been out?
All night, I guess.
How do you know? Oh. What's going on here?
I don't know.
Adana, we better go home. I'm starving.
Me too.
What about your witch?
Right now, I need some food. We'll try again some other time.
Yeah, well, we'll talk about that.
You don't belong here. Where is Beagon?
I still think it is a pretty good idea. Like these berries. I would not have to go all the way out near the creek to gather them.
We shall see.
Oh, I'm so excited that they are coming here. I will have to get the camp a little more organized. I think I will spend the rest of the morning doing that.
I'm going hunting. It's been a while since I've gone out. Been so busy lately dealing with everything else.
Yes, that might help get your mind off of things. If I have time, I think I will make Lorna a welcoming gift. Maybe that will put her in a better mood.
Huh. I do not think anything would cheer that woman up, but you can certainly try. What? What is so funny?
You are a blue mouth.
Look who is talking, Blue Mouth.
What is that? Shh. Beagon?
It is coming from the north.
Yes, but what is it?
I do not know, but I'm going to find out.
Beagon,
What?
be careful.
Yes, but Chandler, we've been here for 3 hours.
Stop complaining, and you at least get the metal team started. Hello?
Everyone's here except for Stretch.
Who is Stretch?
Hey! Get your hat on.
Bridge.
Beagon. Beagon.
Not now.
But Beagon.
Not now, Mel.
Beagon?
What? What is it?
Beagon.
Medwin. Adana, what?
Now, Beagon, please stay calm.
Stay calm. What is going on?
We've brought someone to see you.
There's no need to be afraid, my dear.
Afraid? What are you...
Beagon,
You...
it is about time we met, young Beagon.
Witch!
It is all right, Beagon.
I have been watching you for a long time. I have been watching your entire family ever since your grandfather moved on to this island.
My grandfather?
My name is Fiala, delegated long ago to be the link between your people and my people.
Your people? What people?
I am one of 17 gleamers who occupy the southern tip of this island. We have lived there in seclusion for thousands and thousands of seasons, some for even longer.
Thousands of seasons?
We have managed to keep our presence a secret from the rest of this world, mainly for your culture's sake.
I do not understand.
Your grandfather, Beagon, was the latest beginning of an endless cycle that has kept the balance on this island since I can remember. Every 2,000 seasons or so, this island, uninhabited by humans, gets its first settler. Inevitably, as happens with all human settlers that have come to this island, a wealth of population follows. This population becomes too great and upsets the balance of this land. To ensure the survival of the Gleamers and all other life here, we are forced to eliminate the human population. Be still. We are not to that point yet. Room becomes scarce for all living things, and as life dwindles on this island, so do the Gleamers. Trees are replaced with buildings, creeks replaced by roadways, and even the animal life shrinks to an astounding low. These are the things we need surrounding us to preserve our well-being. And so when that life is threatened, we contaminate the island with our energy, most deadly to humans. This energy lingers for many, many seasons, and once it is dissipated, the island is once again safe to sustain human life. And so, as always happens, we eventually get to our newest human settler. Your grandfather was the first in this infinite cycle, and the fifth such settler since my existence.
What do you want of me?
You, young Beagon, are the only living blood relative of the first settler, and so you have been appointed as the human representative. What your grandfather started many seasons ago appears to be coming to an end at an accelerated pace. I foresee many more of your kind coming to this island. You have seen the plans for the bridge. It is a sure sign that the floodgates are opening. Time is running out.
Bridge?
At the river. The people from the mainland are building it. Remember the noises I went to investigate earlier?
Oh no.
The other Gleamers and I are sympathetic to your plight. However, the only way we can preserve our existence is to avoid more human migration. There is still time, however. Human elimination can still be avoided, but unfortunately, the solution is up to you. If you wish to remain living on this island, Representative Beagon, you will need to find a way.
Beagon, someday you'll be in charge of this island. When your father is gone, you'll take his place, the same as he took mine. This land, it is your birthright. Someday you'll manage this place. The burden of the balance will be upon you. If you ever see a glowing light that you cannot place, do not approach. It is her, the witch, and nothing but bad can come from her. Just keep the balance. Keep the balance. Keep the balance.
Medwin carried you in after you fell unconscious.
How long have I been out?
It is evening now. How are you feeling?
Okay, I suppose. Where has she gone?
Fiala has gone back to her people to the south.
Medwin, Adana?
They left shortly after she did. They went to tell Dougal and Lorna what has happened. I do not think that they will be staying.
They are leaving the island?
They thought it would be best to leave while they still could. I believe that they are going to try to convince Dougal and Lorna to do the same. Where are you headed?
To the bridge site.
What are you going to do?
I do not know.
Behan, I am scared.
Everything will be all right, Mal. I will be careful. Have a little faith in your Beagon. It's good to see you smile again. Do not worry. I will be back soon.
Whoa! Whoa! Let's go! Get out of here!
Mel?
I was worried about you. I do not want to lose you.
You will not lose me. We will get through this, Melisande.
come now, General. There must be someone in that town that we can persuade. You've tried all the officials?
Not personally, but I have some very reliable people working on it, sir.
Reliable? If they were reliable, we'd have a deal by now, wouldn't we?
Well,
I want you to deal with the officials personally this time around. I think your presence
I'm
is...
sorry to interrupt you, Prime Minister, but there is an urgent call for you.
Urgent call? Who from?
It's Chairman Versailles.
Patch him through.
Right away, sir.
Thank you.
You're welcome, Prime Minister. Very welcome.
This is Prime Minister Shae. What is it, Chairman Versailles?
Sir, I'm sorry for the interruption. I know how you dislike...
What is it, Chairman Versailles?
I just got off the phone with my man in charge of the bridge project. Sir, we have a problem.
What? What happened?
Well, he tells me he and his men encountered a man last night. This man, well, he destroyed the bridge locator. It's lying at the bottom of the river.
What man? Who was it?
From the description my foreman gave me, it sounds like the man who lives on the island. The Savage. Are you there, Prime Minister?
Do nothing for the moment. I will get back to you.
The Savage. From what I've heard about him, he would certainly be capable of doing such a thing.
General Donahue, any thoughts?
One man is certainly no match for a few of my finest.
Sir, do you think that is a wise idea?
What's on your mind, Chairman Gallagher?
Well, politically speaking, diplomacy might be a better way to go about this.
Sir, we can take care of the problem very quietly.
Yes, but if word should ever get out...
For once, I agree with Chairman Gallagher. With all the other problems this town is facing, I certainly don't need any more bad press.
Sir, no one would even know we were there.
Yes, I think a diplomatic approach should be tried. But I can only bend so far in this matter. I'd like to meet with this man from the island. Chairman Gallagher, since this was your suggestion, and since you are quite the diplomat, I'd like you to personally go down to the island and bring the Savage here.
What, me, sir?
Yes. I think this calls for an official presence.
I'd be more than happy to bring him back, sir.
I want him brought back safely, General Donahue. If I were to send you down, I have a feeling he would come back in pieces. I don't want to scare this man. So, Chairman Gallagher, I leave it up to you. Find this Savage and bring him back.
Very well, sir.
Now, if no one has any further remarks, I'll consider the matter closed. Fine.
Good afternoon. My name is Chairman Brutus Calder, Minister of Borders and Properties for the town of Nevina and its surrounding provinces. You are the man who resides on this island? Well, sir, I've been sent here to talk to you. The leader of Nevina has requested that
Hello?
Yes. As I was saying, Prime Minister Shae has requested a meeting with you. He is very interested in discussing with you a possible agreement that would allow some of our people to enter this island to gather a resource which is vital.
Do you want to bring more people to this island?
No, perhaps it would be better if you talk to Prime Minister Shae yourself.
I want no more people here.
Well, I think we should talk things out a bit before jumping to any decisions.
I have no need to talk. I've already made my decision.
I understand that, but if you could just see our side of the matter. Look, what harm would it do to just talk to the Prime Minister?
I have made my decision.
I think the Prime Minister is being quite generous considering what you did to his bridge site. He's willing to forget the whole incident. Surely, if he can forgive and act like that, then you can at least go and talk with the man. Look, I know we've just met, and you don't know anything about me, but you'd be doing me a huge favor by coming along with me to meet him. You wouldn't have to stay long, and if you still feel the same way after talking to the Prime Minister, then so be it. And you'd be getting me off the hook. I'm telling you that if you don't come to meet with him, he will see that as a big slap in the face. He's a very temperamental person. Who knows what he'll do then? Prime Minister Shae is a man of great influence where I come from. It would be in your best interest all around to do this.
If I go with you, I may leave whenever I wish?
Absolutely, but I would at least stay long enough to hear the Prime Minister out.
And he will listen to what I have to say as well?
Most certainly. He wants to have an open discussion about the whole matter.
Very well. But I must be back before nightfall.
You will, I promise. Now, shall we go?
This isn't a preschool, gentlemen. You all have your duties, and those duties are not being carried out. I'm not going to name any names, but I expect Chairman Gallagher, good of you to join us. You see, gentlemen, this is precisely what I'm talking about. What?
The Savage is here. I brought him from the island. What do you want me to do?
You've got him? He's actually in this building?
Yes, sir.
Isn't he dangerous?
I don't believe so, sir. His name is Beagon, not Beacon, and he's actually quite civilized. Well, compared to your typical Savage, I guess.
Excellent work, Chairman Gallagher. Where is he now?
I'm having some of my people clean him up. He should be ready shortly, sir.
Good. Bring him up as soon as he is able.
Yes, sir.
Gentlemen, I think it would be best if I were to talk to him alone. I'd prefer it if you weren't all here when he comes up. I don't want to make this man nervous.
Are you sure that's a good idea, sir? We don't know what he is capable of.
I'm quite sure. Do not worry. You may all watch and listen from the security room next door.
Yes, sir.
Prime Minister, he is here.
Send him in, then join the others next door.
Sir, I should tell you that...
What's all this?
His personal effects, sir. He wasn't very cooperative.
How do you mean?
He refused to put on the tie we provided for him. He was very adamant about it. I think he was afraid that...
That's fine, Chairman Gallagher.
Yes, but regulation dictates...
That's fine, Chairman Gallagher.
Oh, he also wouldn't let us shave him, sir. I know what a stickler you've always been.
Chairman Gallagher.
Yes, sir?
Bring him in.
Right away. The Prime Minister will see you now. Prime Minister Shae, this is Beagon.
How do you do? Beagon, it's a pleasure to finally meet you. I've heard a lot about you. Would you like something to drink? Water? Coffee?
No.
I'm sure you're wondering why I wanted us to have this meeting.
Talk?
To talk, yes. But, moreover, I wanted to meet the man in charge of our neighboring island. I have a feeling you and I have a lot in common, Beagon. We are
are both men of responsibility. You run your island to the south, and I run this town. Like you, I have an area of land which I need to protect. I need to make sure things run smoothly here, and I need to make sure my people are taken care of. Our positions are not that different when you look at them. Don't worry about the incident at the bridge. It was a misunderstanding. The bottom line, Beagon, is that this town of thousands of human beings like you and I, need something from your island to ensure our survival.
My grandfather used to live here.
Your grandfather? Really? What happened to him?
He moved to the island. He did not enjoy it here. He did not like having to live by the rules.
Oh dear. He wasn't a criminal, was he?
No, not a criminal.
I beg your pardon. Perhaps your grandfather left because he did not understand how this town works. Maybe he wasn't fully aware of what steps are necessary in order for a large group of people to live in such a small area.
I'm sorry, but I can't allow your people onto the island.
No, wait, Beagon. Wait a minute. Here, why don't we go for a stroll through the town? Maybe then you will see the urgency of our situation. Would you do that? Would you go for a walk with me?
Prime Minister Shae, do you think that's a good idea?
General Donahue, I'd like to speak with you after my conference. Shall we? These 50,000 men, women, and children have set up their homes here. Many of the families that reside here go back many generations. Their grandfathers' grandfathers, in some cases, have built the homes that still stand today. For many people, this town is all they know. Some have left, but many have stayed. And that is because this place has so much to offer. The majority of our population also work in this town. We have quite a few factories here, some of which also go back many generations. Our major factories produce food products, construction goods, and we even have one that produces power to the town. With each person producing the things we collectively need to survive, our town is kept in balance.
Balance?
Precisely. Between the factories and the people working in them, we have created a system that people not only take part in, but rely on for their survival, you see?
I think so.
Now, Beagon, can you imagine what would happen if something were to interfere with, say, one of our factories or a large portion of our population? To gum up the works at a time like this would have a devastating effect on Nevina. The main thing that keeps these factories running efficiently, that keeps our society glued together with certainty, is not people. It is not machines or even the quantity of goods sold. What keeps this town running smoothly and efficiently is time. It is the basis of comings and goings of workers. Employees need to know when to come into and leave from work. Employers need to keep track of their employees' hours. Products need to be delivered and received at certain hours of the day. I could go on and on. Financially speaking, the absence of accurate time would create havoc for our town. And with monetary havoc comes disorder. And a town in disorder ceases to be a town at all, but instead a nest of crime and public unrule, chaos. Beagon, this is our clock tower. For lack of a better way of putting it, it is our source of time. This tower is what keeps this town stable, and up until recently, We have had no need for concern over its reliability. However, we are running dangerously low on one of the clock's resources. I won't go into detail about all the scientific mumbo-jumbo, but suffice it to say that the only place we have found the resource we so desperately need is on the very island where you reside. Believe it or not, there is a particular nut that grows on your island that can solve our clock tower problem. What are you thinking?
Prime Minister Shae, I would hate to see your town go to ruin.
Yes, it would be unfortunate.
Is there no other way for your people to tell the time?
Accurately? No.
I have always used the sun and the moon to help.
Believe me, Beagon, if those methods worked for our society, we would surely use them. I'm afraid we are up against a wall.
How much do you know about the island, Prime Minister?
I'll admit, I know very little. From what I hear, it is a lovely place.
There are a group of beings there, living to the south, called Gleamers. One of the Gleamers recently came to me with a warning. She told me that if more people come, that she and her kind will eliminate every human on the island.
Gleamers, you say? How many of these Gleamers are there? Do they have an army?
There are... I believe she told me there were 16 of them?
16? Oh, Beagon, I can assure you that 16 Gleamers are no match for our military force. If you would allow us to come to your island, you have my personal guarantee that no harm will come to you.
There is still the issue of my hunting ground.
Your hunting ground? I don't understand.
With the Calders now there, my hunting ground has shrunk significantly.
Calders? Now what are those?
Those are my neighbors.
Oh. Your hunting ground, yes. What about this, Beagon? The town's government will set you up with your own portion of land, an area no others are allowed, except to gather nuts. We will make it as inobtrusive as possible. You'd still live on the island, and you could still carry on as you were. And, you know what? I'd bet every last cent that the people of this town, who will be most gracious for what you have done for them, would back the building of a statue in your honor. A statue of Beagon, the town savior. I don't think you realize how much your help would mean to this town. What do you say?
I am thinking.
Well, you think while we make our way back to the office. On our way, I suggest you take a look around you. I want you to appreciate what rests on your decision. Shall we? You could wear whatever you like for the pose. The statue would be made from only the finest materials we can find.
It is not necessary. You do not need to try to convince me any longer. I would like to help the people of your town, as long as you are sure about the Gleamers.
I assure you, General Donahue and his forces can protect you and eliminate any threats.
Then you may come to the island.
You won't be sorry, Beagon. You've done the right thing for Nevina, and for yourself. We can move in immediately? Oh, sorry. This is our way
I know
of...
what a handshake is.
Of course.
I cannot allow you and your people to move on to the island. I am sorry.
I don't understand. I thought we had an agreement. Well, wait. What else do you want? Please tell me. What can I do? What happened here?
Goodbye, Prime Minister Shae.
Beagon! What happened? Don't do this! General Donahue, are you there?
Yes, Prime Minister.
Gather your men. Gas the island.
Yes, sir. I can have my men ready to go before dawn.
It's me, Chairman Calder.
What do you want?
General Donahue and his men. They're gassing the whole island.
What?
You might as well not go back there. You'll never survive it. You better stay here.
Mel.
What?
My wife!
Wait! What are you doing? Don't go back! Wife? Oh, dear.
Where have you been? You went fishing. Oh.
Mel, we need to get out of here now.
What?
Come, we need to leave.
I do not understand.
I was in the town today.
What?
I met with the Prime Minister and he wanted to move on to the island. I did not want him to, and now they're going to gas the island.
What? What do you mean gas the island?
I do not know exactly, but it did not sound good. Look, there's no time. Gather some things together quickly. Only what you need. Now they're coming!
Where are we going?
To the east boat. We can take it off the island.
And then what?
I do not know. Hurry!
Oh.
Let's go. Come on. Come on. Whoa. Ow.
Look!
Over there! I see him.
Another one.
What are they?
Get the woman.
Human?
Are you okay?
Come on. Oh! He's dead.
What are they doing way out here?
Probably trying to escape like us.
Oh.
No time!
Did you kill them?
No, Melisande. They were engulfed by gas in the south. I'm surprised that they got this far.
If you came from the south, why do you still live?
Gleamers are quite beyond the harm that the vapor has on other living things on this island. We are not like you humans.
Please. Please. I did everything I could. They insisted on coming here. There was nothing else I could do to stop them. What are you going to do?
We are advancing to meet the human invasion. All of us.
I mean, what are you going to do to us?
To you? Continue your path, young Beagon, young Melisande. Time, it would seem, is precious at this moment.
We can go?
Get to your boat. It is waiting for you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You must hurry. Goodbye, Melisande. Goodbye, Beagon.
Come, we do not have far to go. Poisonous vapor came on quickly. Before we had time to really contemplate what was happening, the whole thing fell to pieces. The culmination of 3 generations of peace and balance wiped out in a matter of days.
Beagon. What now, Beagon?
We start over.